baby. It's your boy Shaka being that mafioso, the Dun Dakota Ninja with an untucked swinging behind his back, aka Shaka Black, aka Shaka Fuego, aka SB Panther, aka Shaka being aka Shaka Flame. Man, you know, we got some of the greatest fights, man. We got some of the greatest fights happening in the last week, man. Right now, we got my boy Roy Jones Jr., one of the best to ever do it. You know what I'm saying? Talking about the now infamous Errol Spence loss. You know what I'm saying? And we ain't gonna have probably nothing that good until we see Canelo and Charlo go at it. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what my boy had to say, man. Let's get it to it.
I ain't gonna lie, he started off good. It looked like he started off good.
Well,
it seemed like he was right in the fight.
He did everything he was supposed to do, and he landed that shot.
Right.
But when that shot didn't bother Bud, I just started shaking my head. I said, it's over. Because if he couldn't knock Bud out right away, I know the fight was over. It's like,
knock him out
if
right
you have
away.
a box and you have tools in it, but every job you get, you ought to be fixed with a crescent wrench. With a crescent wrench. When it comes time to use that 9/16 or that half inch or that screwdriver or that hammer, all that stuff gonna be rusty. You're gonna be out of practice with using that. Therefore, the person who's been using their whole toolbox is gonna have an advantage on you. You can't knock him out right away, you're done.
What does it feel like to
Look, Roy Jones always talked about Terence Crawford's versatility. We seen Crawford get rocked by Kavalauskas, but we ain't never seen him, and Gamboa rocked him too. But Spence ain't even really he ain't even rock Terence Crawford like them two did. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I was saying. People kept saying Gamboa was small, but I'm like, he's stocky, so he got power, and so does Kavalauskas. So when we see what really happened, it's like all we can do in boxing is speculate. We're not the fighters, we're not, the trainers and stuff, but we speculate on their past work, their catalog, And Spence really did. He did Ugas bad, but it just that's what I was saying earlier, that the power punches that Earl was throwing in that fight really would have took down a lesser fighter, but they wasn't having much effect. And then his Terence Crawford's versatility, which he didn't even have to utilize, they just studied his previous fights, and he never had to switch up. When you got a fighter that never switches up, you know the game plan because you can watch hours of his fights. With Terence Crawford, he did it so many ways. Sometimes he might fight southpaw, sometimes he might fight regular. He switches up, versatile. You can't really, unless you I feel like Derrick James should have trained Errol Spence to be able to defend from different angles or different styles, because you never really knew what Terence Crawford was gonna come with.
to lose at that magnitude?
It's a bad feeling, son.
It's a bad feeling. Jones took some losses, but he took some dubs too.
Real life street stars. Know what time it is.
I got a mean headache right now.
We got to get straight into it, man. We're from Dallas. You know what I'm saying? We got our boy Errol Spence versus Crawford that went down. You was sitting ringside. He was actually these two was at the fight too. I don't know if y'all seen each other. What was your early prediction prior to the fight?
Terence Crawford.
My early prediction prior to the fight was that I've seen Crawford make changes. I've never seen Errol have to make changes.
Right.
Therefore, I feel like Crawford will make Errol have to make changes, and because Errol hasn't had a lot of practice at making changes, he's not going to be able to do it.
Of course,
so I don't think he could beat Crawford. Now, one chance he had was if he can hit Crawford good, he may have been able to knock Crawford out.
Which we never seen.
That's always a thing in boxing, because if you can catch
him. To be honest, we never seen Earl get knocked down either, and we seen him get knocked down 3 times in that fight. So, yes.
Right at the wrong time, you can't.
He could have did it.
Yeah. That was the only chance I thought he had going in, though.
But Crawford defense too
man.
crazy.
And to watch the fight, man, I ain't gonna lie, he started off good. It looked like he started off good.
Yeah, first round he was doing good.
It seemed like he was right in the fight.
He did everything he was supposed to do, and he landed that shot.
Right.
But when that shot didn't bother Bud,
yeah, that was it.
I just started shaking my head.
Because looking back at the fight, Earl really was knocking him with some shit. He was hitting him with some shit. I ain't gonna lie. Like when I watched it again, I'm like, nah, he was rocking bro with some, but a counter and hit him with something even meaner than what he came with. So it just kind of was like, damn, like, you know what I'm saying? What's going on, bro? What's going on with it?
Knock Bud out right away, I know the fight was over. It's like if you have a box and you have tools in it, but every job you get, you ought to be fixed with a crescent wrench. With a crescent wrench.
We just watch this part.
When it comes time to use that 9/16 or that half inch or that screwdriver or that hammer, all that stuff gonna be rusty. You're gonna be out of practice with using that. Therefore, the person who's been using their whole toolbox is gonna have an advantage on you.
Exactly.
You can't knock him out right away, you're done.
Which wasn't gonna happen.
To lose at that magnitude?
It's a bad feeling, son. It's a bad feeling, especially when you're a warrior like Errol is, and you're a warrior like myself. It's a bad feeling. Even though, you know, it's like, we know our body's not the same. Your body's not the same after going through an accident, getting thrown from a car at above 117 miles per hour.
So you do think that played a role?
Car
Of
accident?
course it plays a role. Come on, man, there's no way that cannot play a role. Listen, I'm not a hater. I don't hate nobody. I'm not taking nothing away from Bud, but the facts are the facts. You understand me?
Nah, bro. A Ferrari is a race car, bro. Listen, you can barely even trip on concrete without getting fucked up. You know what I'm saying? If you get ejected out of a car, out of a Ferrari, I mean, bro is really blessed to be alive. You know what I'm saying? And to be fighting is immensely a blessing. You know what I'm saying? So we don't take nothing away from Earl, but listen, bro, I'm on these roads all the time, bro. It get ugly out here, man. And then that just was a miracle that bro came through with that, because people done died going way faster and I mean way slower and way worse cars. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it definitely gonna play a role. And even if he's healthy to the doctor's standards, nothing was better than the perfection that you came out with. You know what I'm saying? So of course it's gonna play a role.
I'm an example. You understand? I lost 25 pounds coming from heavyweight back down to like heavyweight. My body never was the same. You got in a car wreck, you got thrown from a car doing 117 miles per hour.
That's crazy.
Your body not the same. I'm sorry. I mean, and that's no excuse. That's not the reason why he lost. I don't think he would have beat Bud anyway, because he had been working on all of his tools all the time.
Right.
But your body is not the same after that, trust me.
So do you think Errol Spence, can he beat him? Is there any way?
Not now. His body's not the same anymore. I mean, he gonna give him a better fight at 54, maybe, if he makes some adjustments.
Yeah.
But I don't know that he gonna beat him, because to me, I don't think his body's the same. Now, if he make adjustments and make sure he doesn't get caught, like he did when he fought Garcia, like he did when he fought two guys since the wreck. Those guys couldn't catch with nothing
Garcia and
significant.
Ugas.
He made sure that with his pressure. So if you don't catch him with nothing significant, he'll beat you, because he's still good, you know?
Now, a lot of people made a lot of big deal of
One thing Earl got to work on that defense, cause he's so used to being a pressure fighter. Crawford was just unloading on him. He got to be more defensive if he want to fight Crawford and slow his roll. You can't just come up with that. You know, Spence got his pressure style that he gonna come at you. He gonna throw a lot of punches, and he gonna keep that pace up throughout the whole match. But one thing about it, if you you throw a lot of punches and then you give somebody like Bud the opportunity to counter you, you're gonna be getting countered a lot. And that was some of the best hits Crawford made on him that knocked him down, was counters. You know what I'm saying? Like, he knocked him out when he took one. Crawford took one, but he gave one to Spence, and that's what put him on his ass real quick. You know what I'm saying? So,
but coming out with Eminem.
Defense.
Do you play? Does that have any psychological effect? Do you think, when you're walking out with lose yourself in the moment?
Well,
You said lose yourself in a moment.
it can and it can't, and I'll tell you why. And that's a good question. When I fight, if I got a hype song, I don't care what you get. Now we're gonna match up a little bit, but I don't care what you get. Now you can't outdo me in that. If you outdo me, it's gonna have a little bit of psychological effect on me. If you outdo me, all that does have psychological effect. So like when I fought John Ruiz, Scarface bought me out.
Yeah.
You can't top that, right? I was not worried about him topping it, because that's my
Shout
favorite.
out to Scarface.
So you could have bought anybody with you.
Get him out.
You wasn't topping it.
Right.
But here where you made a mistake, you came out to I think is it Billy? I think might
Big
be
X.
Billy Joel. Anyway, the song he came out to was also one of my favorite songs.
Oh, I thought you were talking
So you done messed up twice. I got super hyped when I came out, and when you came out, you hyped me up a little bit more.
Hype off your shit.
You feel me?
Now I'm just
so,
hyped.
because you don't understand my musical diversity.
Yeah.
You understand me? You thought you was going way somewhere to the north. You still landed in my yard. So you helped me twice. I said, I know you in trouble. I done got 2 walkout songs.
That's all psychological, like that coin toss.
So when he lost the fight, you see the whole city pretty much change on him. Like,
That's cap, bro.
switch sides. Did you ever experience anything like that?
Of course. When I lost the first time to Tarver, I went to
Man, the people who switched on him is people who don't really watch boxing, don't know boxing, and just had money on him because they don't watch boxing, and they probably lost money and was pissed off. But either way it goes, they don't know. They never knew the odds of who was really gonna win because they probably didn't even know Crawford because Crawford doesn't have as much marketing put into him as Spence would. You know what I'm saying? So
IHOP, and a dude had posted up on the IHOP the picture of me down with his trash talking on it because I was from Pensacola and he was from Pensacola. But I put Pensacola on the map. This the way you gonna thank me?
is that Florida?
Because I lose now or like that? What have you done? Nothing. What can you brag about that you did in life? Nothing. But you want to criticize what I did. That's how it goes sometimes, you understand me? So if you're a real rider, you ride with your guy with. They don't cuss out the Dallas Cowboys because they don't win the Super Bowl every year. You understand
Nah,
me?
they talk shit about Dallas
Hey,
Cowboys.
yeah, well, you cuss them out, but you right back on the bandwagon next season.
It's just like
So you don't jump off the bandwagon. You get mad because you lost. Yeah, we all get mad because we lose. But you right back on the bandwagon next season, right? All y'all still Cowboy fans, right?
Yeah. Sure.
That's all I'm saying. So don't jump off the bandwagon. Don't jump off the bandwagon. Don't be an Errol Spence fan now. You've been an Errol Spence fan this long. You still be an Errol Spence
All
fan.
they gotta do is take
You know,
another
yeah, you
dub.
mad
They
'cause we
right
lost.
back.
None of us like to lose. But you gotta
Get all the
still be a
fake
fan.
love back.
What would you tell him?
Earl,
Yeah, if you could talk to him right now about it.
I would tell Earl to, first of all, go get yourself checked out neurologically. Make sure you're okay because you did get thrown from a car doing 100 miles an hour, over 100 miles an hour. Secondly, if
Spence old school like us, man. He don't like the doctor. He don't go to the doctor. He don't believe in the doctor. I know he didn't use a doctor to help him rehabilitate after the accident. Hopefully he takes it serious enough. He doesn't try to just cold shoulder it. You know what I'm saying? And just go through the pain and just heal by itself. I hope he don't do it with this one. And make sure he look out for the health and his longevity. Because at the end of the day, bruh, you got a family. He got kids, you know. You got money, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all good for a long time, you know what I'm saying? So it ain't worth just hurting yourself in the ring about it. You know what I'm saying? A loss is a loss. It's your only loss. You still got a great record. I mean, people trying to do the Mayweather thing too much now, you know, and it's like it makes that just overhyped now. Mayweather did it cool, but y'all had a dope fight, and it was a brawl that I haven't seen Mayweather have in his last at least 4 to 3 fights that I've watched growing up. So it's never been a slugfest like that. I never seen any of Mayweather's opponents come out looking like that. So you a warrior, man. It is what it is.
If you do want to box again, go to the lab, talk to some people, see what you're missing, see what you may be sleeping on yourself. Because from what I understand, you've been a pretty good fighter your whole life. Mm-hmm. But there's some aspects of it that you haven't had to use, that if you're going to be champ again, you're going to have to make some changes. Because some of these things that you stop using, you're going to have to start back using if your body's capable of holding up to do it. But your body got to be capable of holding up first.
He giving them game.
So forget what people say. You made a lot of money. You did something a lot of people would never do. You understand me? You became a unified world champion. Even after being thrown out of a car at 100 miles an hour, excess of 100 miles an hour. You're lucky to even be alive.
Right.
Forget about the bad.
That's what I was saying.
You did something people would never do. You made a super fight. You was one half of that super fight. You understand me? If you can do it again, cool. If you can't, what you got to worry about? You got paid, brother.
Exactly.
Go enjoy your life. If your body can't hold up, now if your body can hold up,
You gotta prove none of these people.
find somebody that got this to help you figure out where you went wrong at in it.
Right. Because Derrick
Try to
James
tighten
didn't
it up
know
and
what
see
to
what
do,
you can
bro.
do. I know you can become junior middleweight champ.
I hope Derrick James got a plan for Canelo. I hope he do, because I don't want to see Charlo take that L like that. Because, I mean, I'm going to go and look at it. We're going to start reacting to the videos and getting ready for the fight between Charlo and Canelo. But, man, Canelo be having that power. I know Charlo had that power too, but we ain't going to get into that right now.
Because you've been putting yourself down too long anyway. So if you became welterweight champ, you can become junior middleweight champ. But you got to step back and evaluate everything first. Don't do it because other people say do it. Do what God leads you to do.
Absolutely, you feel me? Because bro, God bless in the position he in to go through the things he went through. He ain't got to keep fighting until he bloody dead, and you know what I'm saying? Even though he will, because he a warrior, and I don't put that past Earl. I know Earl about that life, you know what I'm saying? But, you know what I'm saying? I hope my boy just make the right decision, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I'm a boxing fan. I'm a fan of boxing, not a boxing fan. So it was a great fight. I like seeing it work, and I like seeing Spence. I want to see Spence back in the ring if he's healthy enough. And I'm a fan of both of them. You know what I'm saying? Spence rep Texas. Crawford is just a overall just a dope fighter that I like to watch. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nebraska. And it's your boy Shaka B and that mafioso the Dundada Coach Ninja with a nunchuck swinging behind his back, aka Shaka Black, aka Shaka Fuego, aka SB Panther, aka Shaka B and aka Shaka Flame. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. All the Inoue fans, man, calm down, man. Like, phew. I just give an unbiased reaction. Calm down. You're tripping, man. Peace.